Boom chicka-booma. INDYCAR, all races are on Fox. Hallelujah. This is no bullshit. This is the best news in INDYCAR history, I'd say in the last 10 years. I mean, I am in love with this deal. Thank God no more Peacock. I personally think Peacock was the stupidest thing. I mean, if you're going to promote a sport, have all races on NBC, but then you have to pay for the qualifying and the practice in some of the races, it's stupid that INDYCAR was ever on Peacock. I mean, it needs to be on network television if you're going to go to the sport, which is exactly what they've done with Fox. All races are going to be on Fox, and the qualifying and practice sessions are going to be on FS1 most of the time, but sometimes FS2. Another thing, primetime television, both days, not one, but 2 days of the Indy 500 qualifying are going to be on the main primary Fox that all the INDYCAR races are going to be on. Hallelujah. INDYCAR, smash this deal. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm so glad INDYCAR has left NBC. 100% the right move. 100% the right move. This was a great day for INDYCAR, but talk about the greatest day in IndyNext history. All the IndyNext races are going to be on FS1, which is essentially just the ESPN2. So, I mean, now you have all of the basically your Formula 2, your IndyNext, is going to be on FS1. So it's essentially putting it on ESPN2, but for Fox. I mean, you might get a series sponsors. You might get people are going to want to sponsor it. People are going to want to talk about it. People are going to enter more cars. This is a huge day for IndyNext. IndyNext is probably going to be taken a whole lot more seriously. They just had their best day ever. I mean, huge. This is huge for IndyCar. I honestly can't believe this is happening. I mean, what a day for IndyCar. We have the schedule to dive into. I mean, I am through the roof right now. Fox, thank you so much. INDYCAR is forever in debt to you. I mean, this was an amazing deal. Amazing. Let's take a look at some of the perks we get to. Okay, so this is going to be where I talk about, I think, the perks in the video before I talk about the schedule. The perks, I think it is going to show INDYCAR to a new audience of people that maybe would never watch INDYCAR, that would just flip through the channels and, oh, there's Fox, and what do you know? Entertaining races. I think it's great. Fox is almost moving on from NASCAR. You're going to have the Daytona 500, the Super Bowl, and the Indy 500 all on Fox this year. I mean, essentially, they could use the Super Bowl and the Daytona 500 to promote INDYCAR. I mean, whoa. That's huge. I mean, talk about promoting to new audience. I think INDYCAR's numbers are going to be taking off, like absolutely skyrocketing in 2025. I mean, as of right now, we got 29 cars with Prema entering. I expect that's what it's going to be. I mean, who knows? Maybe a 30th. I mean, the only problem I don't like is we still have 17 races. See, INDYCAR needs more races. Now we got the TV deal. There's only 2 more things that I think me, as a fan, I want to see. I want to see a video game, but I want to see more races. For me, it's more races. I want 20 to 23, and I want a video game. I mean, once we get that, which I expect 20 races in the next 2-3 years, and 23 I think is a possible number soon, I think a video game is likely to come. I think a video game is likely to follow from this move to Fox. So I think INDYCAR has taken the right steps forward today on June 13th, 2024. So now let's look at the schedule. So first and foremost, how I want to talk about the schedule. 17 races. We had 18 this year if you count the Thermal Club. So 17-point races. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. So in the first race, we have St. Pete. Perfect. That's how you start off the season. Then we had the Thermal Club, which is 3 weeks after St. Pete. Put a race in there. Move Thermal up and put a race in there. And Thermal's for points this year. I would like to point that out. And then another 3 weeks after Thermal, the only race in April is Long Beach. And then with another 3 weeks till Barber. And then from Barber, we go straight to the GP, and then straight to the 500, and then straight to Detroit. Okay, I love the Barber to the Detroit stretch. That is a great stretch in the IndyCar schedule. But there needs to not be 3 weeks between St. Pete, Thermal, and Long Beach. Also, I know I just said it, but I think Thermal going to points this year is interesting. I think it's going to offer some interesting stuff. Now, will it be the same format as last year? That could be cool. Is Thermal a points race, but it's done in the same style? That could be cool. Or is it going to be like a 60-lap race around Thermal, which a 60-lap race around Thermal sounds boring as hell. But if IndyCars have 22 races, I'm fine with having Thermal Club in there just to fill a spot. So, in the middle of St. Pete and Thermal, let's go to Phoenix. I get that the weather, you always go to the weather's nice. It's Arizona. It's going to be nice. So you go, my thing would be St. Pete, Phoenix, Thermal. Boom. And then maybe from Thermal to Long Beach. I mean, maybe not Michigan. Could be a cool lead up to the 500, but how about maybe from Long Beach to Barber, we go to Michigan. So maybe we go St. Pete, Phoenix, Thermal, but we push Long Beach up a week. Or no, we push Long Beach up 2 weeks. So we go St. Pete, and then let's say we give them a 1 week break, Phoenix, and then a week off, Thermal, and then we give them a week off, Long Beach, give them a week off, Thermal, and then, not Thermal, Michigan. We go to Michigan after Long Beach, and then from Michigan to Barber, and then we just do a huge stretch from Michigan to Detroit. I mean, that sounds perfect. Let's add 2 ovals in there, Phoenix and Michigan. Boom, right there, you're already up to 19 races. I mean, but the first half of the season, it is St. Pete, Thermal, Long Beach, Barber, Indy GP, Indy 500, and Detroit. And then we head to Worldwide Technology, and that's head-to-head competition with Le Mans. Interesting. And then you have Road America, Mid-Ohio, Iowa race 1 and 2, Toronto, Laguna, Portland, Milwaukee Mile, and Nashville. So they took the Milwaukee Mile doubleheader away to give Thermal a points race. I mean, I don't know what to think of it. I mean, maybe we do 1 race at Milwaukee. I don't like the doubleheaders, by the way. Let's do 1 race at Iowa and 1 race at Milwaukee, and we do the start. Okay, well, that's 18. I say 20 races. I mean, Kentucky has a great oval. I think we should run at Kentucky. I mean, there's 19. I mean, that's really oval friendly. So maybe let's head to Daytona, but we run the road course. That could be dope. So let's here we go. We go St. Pete. This is the official schedule. St. Pete, Thermal, Long Beach, Barber, GP, 500, Detroit, Worldwide Technology, Road America, Mid-Ohio, Iowa race 1 and 2, Toronto, Laguna, Portland, Milwaukee Mile, Nashville. Here's what it probably should be something like: St. Pete, Phoenix, Thermal, Long Beach, Michigan, Barber, Indy GP, Indy 500, Detroit. Let's go Worldwide Technology Raceway, Road America, Mid-Ohio. Then I say Iowa race 1 and 2. And then why not go to, or hear me out. St. Pete, hear me out. St. Pete, maybe Daytona, Phoenix, you do a triple header, week off Thermal, Long Beach, Barber, and then after Barber, you head to Michigan as a lead up, and then you do Michigan, GP, 500, Detroit. I don't know. This is going into a whole other video. My next video, I tell you what, I'll make the perfect 2025 IndyCar dream schedule. So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be coming out in the next few days. But let me know what you think of Fox joining IndyCar. I think it's great, and good job.